everybody, Miss Kaufman and Miss Perkins here. Today we are going to be doing investigation 6.1, observing force pairs. So this is a 3-part lab. Be prepared to watch a little bit of a long video and follow a lot of different directions. Today we have for materials a battery-powered fan, a car, a meter stick, a stopwatch, and your teacher may give you tape if you need to make tape marks at all. I already have my tape marks down, so I don't have the tape physically with me. Also, just a reminder, when you are using these fan blades, try to not get your fingers snagged in them. Sometimes it doesn't feel good. Okay, so we're going to start with part 1. Using our car and our fan, we're going to set our fan in the car, but we're not going to turn the fan on. And we want all of the wheels on the fan car to remain on the ground. And we are going to be doing 3 different parts of this trial, measuring the distance of a light force push, a medium force, and then a heavy force push. So the first thing that I have to do is set my car down and make sure that just the end of the bumper of the car is right at the start, or right before the 1 meter starts, okay? Because we'll be measuring the distance on our meter stick as far as it goes with each push.
So be sure the fan angles out the back side and the bumper is in the front.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but the longer black bumper here. All right. So kind of play around with a light, medium, and hard push before you actually record your data so that you can kind of get a feel for how hard you'll be pushing for each of these.
Which we've already done.
Yep. So we'll do 3 trials of our light force, and Miss Perkins will tell me my distance and record those numbers down for me. So first push.
9.
So 9 centimeters.
I'll say it once and then you can repeat it because your voice is that way.
Okay. Next one. Whoops. That was a little bit hard, so I'm actually going to redo that.
8.
8 centimeters.
10 centimeters.
And 10 centimeters. You'll find the average there. We're not going to do that now. All right, now we're doing a medium push. So just a little bit harder than the last one.
That's a little weak.
A little weak. All right, we'll redo that one.
19.
19 centimeters.
20.
20 centimeters.
Oh, a little
That
weak.
that was. Sometimes you can just feel that it wasn't good and you'll redo it.
And 22.
And 22 centimeters. Find the average there. And then hard push. So here we go. Oh, that was definitely weak. Okay. Hard push.
32.
32 centimeters.
Ooh, 35.
35 centimeters. And my last one.
Weak.
That was weak. Yep.
36.
And 36 centimeters. So find the average there. And that concludes the lab portion of part 1. So you will have questions you need to answer. You can pause the video here, answer the questions below, and then you'll move on to part 2.
And be sure that it doesn't roll over like halfway. You don't have to push it all the way. By the meter stick, that is.
Right. All right. So
one last thing, Ms. Kaufman.
Yep.
Is that in your lab, you need to make sure you do the force pair arrows. So you need a force pair arrows for your hand and the car that should be the same distance. So your light force is going to be smaller arrows for both. Medium will get a little longer, and then hard force will be even longer yet. You need one for your hand pushing one way and the car pushing back.
all right. So we're going to move on to part 2 now. And this time you're going to need a wall. So we are going to rotate just a little bit. We can stay in the same position, I think, right here. But I'm going to use this as my wall. And setting our car up, bumper facing the wall, keeping the fan still turned off, I'm going to allow the fan car to lightly collide with the wall. As it collides with the wall and gets to a stopping point, you will write down the distance the wall traveled and the distance that the car traveled after the collision.
So as the car travels backwards, that's the distance you would get.
Yep. All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, here's trial number 1. Oh, that was wasn't hard enough. So again, might have to practice a few times.
There we go.
All right, Miss Perkins, how far did the wall travel?
Oh, it did not move.
So 0 centimeters.
Yep.
And our car was what?
7.
7 centimeters for the car. Trial 2.
5.
So the car traveled 5 centimeters and the wall traveled 0. And our last trial. Here we go.
6.
So 6 centimeters is where the car traveled. The wall, once again, 0 centimeters.
And then for number 1, going down for your questions to add arrows to that force diagram, they give you the car and the wall on the side there. So be sure you same size arrows for the car as the wall.
Yep, for the action and reaction. Good. So go ahead, answer those questions. Pause the video if you need to. And we are now going to finish up here with part 3 of the lab. So we're going to re-rotate back to the position we started in. Now's the fun part where you get to turn the fan on, and this is where you got to be careful with your fingers. So, placing the car on the surface, kind of how I had it earlier.
Bumper behind the meter stick, so that's the beginning.
Yep. And then it says to turn the fan on for a few seconds, but you're going to have to hold it. Okay, so be ready to hold it for a few seconds to get the fan going. And then you'll let go, and you will have to use your timer because you'll want to see the distance the car travels for 5 seconds. So Miss Perkins is going to do 2 jobs here for me. She's going to time 5 seconds for me, and she's going to stop the car for me as well. So I'm going to get my fan started. I will set it up, and then Miss Perkins will tell me when I can let go.
Ready, set, go. 3, 4, 5. And it ended up stopping, but that's okay. At 45.
So it stopped at 45.
Clean this off a little bit. All right, let's try her again.
Trial 2.
Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop. And we're at 42.
42 there. Just a reminder, she's stopping the car after 5 seconds passes. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Ready, set, go. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is much shorter. So let's try it one more time.
Yeah, the distance is a little shorter. Might have gotten caught on some gravel or something. Let me know. We'll do a 3rd trial.
Ready, set, go. 2, 3, 4. And it stops anyway around the same at 42.
42 for the 3rd trial. All right, so you will find the average there and then answer the following or the questions that follow part 3. Ms. Perkins, do you have anything else to add before we end the video?
I do not. Sometimes the car, when you're using the fan, needs a little bit of a to get it going because the batteries might be dying. So you need to make sure you shut off the fan. I know she didn't, but we knew what we were doing. So if you're going to take a lot of time, the batteries die fast. Be sure you shut them off.
Yep. All right. That is it. Have a good day, everyone.